This one here that we're gonna play is like stupid new. Alright? Just stupid new. We're just gonna play it because what the hell, why not, right?
Right.
You guys wanna hear a stupid ass new song, right?
Yeah.
Cool. It's a little different, but it's fun.
Hey! Yeah!
I never wanted this world to be the way that it has been shown. I know that I can't change what's wrong. The damage can't be undone. On the verge of a breakdown. things that made
Warning: this podcast features adult subject matter, adult language, and things not meant for children to hear. Viewer discretion is advised. You've been warned. We could be. We might be. We're extremely well fucking lit. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, here on the I'm No Joe YouTube channel. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest episode of the What Did I Say show? The show where I give you the recap for the weekend's MMA events and hold us accountable for our shenanigan and shit talking from the I'm No Joe podcast from this last week. So first and foremost, I do want to apologize to everybody for starting off late. It's been a hell of a week. Thursday night, when we originally would have been doing the show last week, my wife was in a car accident, so she is okay now, just sore and healing. And then yesterday, during Halloween, our two big dogs got into a fight, and in the process of trying to break them up, I got clipped. So my whole shit is all fucked up. And then if that wasn't good enough, after separating the dog fights and making sure that the big dog was okay, he only had some scratches, and the little dog's okay, he's just got a bruised ego, I tripped in our living room and kicked the fucking solid oak ottoman that we have, and I think I broke my foot. So needless to say, everything around the Casa del Meter is moving real fucking slow right now. So I do want to apologize to everybody for the late start, but as they say, better late than never. So here we are. Thank you again for everyone who is catching this live, whether you are, thank you in advance to everyone, whether you are catching this live or catching it on the replay. There we go. See, that's how you know we're doing it live. We appreciate you just the same. So last night we had a very interesting UFC event back in Vegas. First one after Abu Dhabi, the finalization run. A lot of very strange fights, some pretty good fights, but a lot of very strange fights on the card. Pull the fight card itself back up here real quick. So, for one, I told you guys Thursday, right out of the gate, Miles Johnson versus Kevin Tiberdad was going to be a fucking great fight. It sure the fuck was. The first two rounds were fucking bangers, and then in round 3, Miles just fucking laid him out. That dude is fucking awesome. That guy, if he keeps the way he is, Miles Johnson's going to be a household fucking name pretty goddamn soon. He's one of my favorite guys to watch in the bantamweight division right now. Off of that, Dustin Jacoby laid Justin Ledet the fuck out. Ledet has pretty much been beaten by everyone they have put him up against, no matter how the odds seem to stack and make you think he might have a chance. He's been finished by every single person they have put him in front of, and that just sucks because he seems like a really good dude. He can't get a fucking win if he pays for it at this point, and that's disheartening. Cole Williams looked like shit. Jason Witt got a fucking very nice sub on him. But the Sean Strickland fight, Jason Witt had a beautiful head and arm choke to put Cole Williams out, which was nice because all 8 of his previous wins before that were all rear naked chokes. Jason Witt is a James Krause protege from up there in Kansas City. Nice to see some of those guys get some recognition as well. But the next fight, Sean Strickland versus Jack Marshman. We mentioned on Thursday, Sean Strickland is always a fun dude to watch. This was no fucking exception. In the end of the 3rd round, after just putting on a fucking masterclass against Marshman, he actually started yelling at him in the octagon. Kind of the opposite of what Kevin Holland was doing to Joaquin Buckley in his debut, where he was kind of being like encouraging. Like, Strickland was yelling at Marshman, like, "Why won't you fall down, Jack?" after he punched him in the fucking head. And then in the last 10 seconds or 15 seconds, I think it was, he started yelling, "Come on, Jack, let's stand and fight. Come on, Jack." locked in the center of the fucking octagon. It was a fucking great fight. Adrian Yanez got a fucking crazy fight, crazy stoppage rather, against Victor Rodriguez. I'm always sad to see a dude from Alaska getting his ass kicked, but man, that fucking Yanez setup was pretty fucking smooth. Hernandez versus Gritzmacher, the quote unquote premier prelim fight, pretty much went how we anticipated it was going to, with a small little differentiation. Hernandez actually looked pretty fucking good. In talking with a couple of other people about it, the best comparison I had for it was that Hernandez did to Gritzmacher last night what Cowboy did to Hernandez when they fought. It was the same level of outclass. I'm not sure if he knew that it was shit or get off the pot, loser get your walking papers kind of fight, or if this new camp really has a fire lit under his ass. I kind of hope the new camp's really doing it for him, because the kid came in with a lot of fucking potential behind him and kind of squandered it right out the gate as soon as he hit top potential, so, or top talent. So we'll have to see where he goes from here. Could be very interesting now. Bringing us into the main card itself, Bobby Green versus Thiago Moises. I don't care how cool it looks in a fucking street fight. In the cage, if you walk forward with your hands down, you're gonna get clipped, and Bobby Green refuses to learn that lesson. He did a little better in his striking than he did the last time we saw him out, but Thiago Moises just did better. Plain and simple, boil it down to brass tacks. Thiago Moises did more and he did better. Bobby Green looks like no matter who he's fighting, he's showboating as if he's the champion and he's up 4 rounds to nothing. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Moving along from there, though, one of the most weird moments of the evening, Kevin Holland versus Charlie Ontiveros. Kevin Holland slammed Ontiveros once real fucking hard, and even in the post-fight interview they were talking about how fucking hard he had slammed him, how you could hear it in the arena, just a solid fucking connection when they landed. And then about 30-45 seconds later, he slammed him again, but he came down on top of him, and all of his weight came on top of him. Charlie Ontiveros verbally tapped, said that it was his neck, and they ended up stretching him out of the octagon. So however the fuck that happened, there's still no good angle from the UFC. They showed 4 or 5 different fucking replays. None of them had a good angle on the actual landing. But Kevin Holland basically slammed Ontiveros down and landed on top of him. Ontiveros said something happened with his neck and they stretched him out. And then Kevin Holland went to the side of the octagon to talk shit to Israel Adesanya, who was standing cage side because he was there with Dana White, which was a whole other weird thing because Kevin Holland's had 3 fights in the UFC recently, one against a last minute dude on a debut in Joaquin Buckley, who went on to look fucking great after that. And now against Ontiveros, who was another last minute debut. And he might have hurt that guy, but was then still talking shit. And then when we saw him against Darren Stewart, he got the fucking brakes beat off of him. I'm really quickly losing the appeal that Kevin Holland may have had. He's definitely more mouth than muscle at this point, and he has not earned the right to do something like that. So we'll have to see where he goes from here. Moving along from there, the Crochet boss was fucking gun shy and let Voldemort get a fucking win, so fuck him. I am off the Crochet boss train. If you can't stop something as fucking laughably bad as that, I can't root for you anymore. Sorry, dude. Maurice Green, you garbage. You burnt. Co-main event. Jesus titty fucking Christ. Thug Nasty was just out there showing motherfuckers what was what. The power of the camo shorts compels you. 8 takedowns on 11 attempts, 6 submission attempts, decent striking. He obviously still needs to work on his striking, but it was pretty fucking decent. He was just all over the fucking place. Admirable, giving it everything he fucking had, but just could not quite get the finish. Did get the nod, did get the decision though. So, excuse me. Hell of a fucking fight. Feely did look decent. He didn't look completely terrible, but he, if anything, he did more making Bryce Mitchell look good than he did showing off his own defensive ability. Which brings us to the main event. The namesake of the card, UFC Fight Night, Hall versus Silva. You know, I didn't agree with him when Dana said it during the post-fight interview, but I've gone back and watched that fight 3 times today, and as much as I hate to admit it, I think Dana's actually got a good point, even if he is an asshole about it. Uriah Hall is probably the most gun-shy striker in the UFC, at least in the middleweight division. For a dude with the power that he carries, he is so fucking scared to let it go. And I'm not talking just about against the Silva fight. There's a couple fights that I've gone back and watched since yesterday. Excuse me. He's always gun shy. The problem is he's always got one punch power. It doesn't matter where in the fight he lets it go. When he lets the power go, it's a problem for everybody. We saw it in the 3rd round when he clipped Anderson and dropped him, but he couldn't finish. 4th round, again, right out of the fucking gate, as soon as he clipped him, Anderson went down again. And then when he started landing clean, there was nothing that could be done. This was Anderson's last fight in the UFC. He would not confirm to Michael Bisping that it was his last fight in MMA. But again, you have to agree with Dana here, like it or not, that Anderson's best days are behind him, and it's not that it's not physically able to, it's that the chin is gone. Maybe it was a combination of all the road miles adding up. Whatever, maybe it was just Izzy rocked him too many clean times. Oh my goodness, I don't know where the hell that came from. Excuse me. But Uriah did not catch him with a power shot. He caught him clean, but he didn't catch him with a power shot. But it was enough. And then again, they did that fucking weird thing where they've got a card and they don't announce a fight of the night. Instead, they just give 4 performance of the night bonuses. So performance of the night went to Miles Johns for that opening fucking fight, crazy KO. Yanez for that fucking crazy fucking KO he put out. Alexander Hernandez for melting Gritzmacher, really. And then Kevin Holland for potentially almost breaking that fucking guy's neck. So, all in all, like I said, very interesting card. It's going to be real interesting in the next couple of weeks, because one other thing that Dana said in the post-fight interviews was that he believes Khabib is coming back to go for the 30-0, and that he considers Khabib still the champion, and that there will be no fights even discussed about in the near future for any kind of interim belt or a open vacant title or anything like that, because he thinks Khabib's coming back, and until he gets confirmation that Khabib is 100% not coming back, he refuses to take him out of the rankings or remove him listing as champion, despite him saying in the octagon he's retired. So I don't know. Everything's getting real fucking weird over there. We'll see where it actually ends up, because as we know with Dana, just because he says it doesn't always mean that he's actually meaning it or that he's actually going to do it. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of doubt it, but again, you never know. But that is all we've got for this one. I am going to go take some ibuprofen and fucking relax. Hope everyone has a good and safe rest of your weekend. Remember, educate yourself. We all in America get to vote on Tuesday. If you haven't had the chance to vote already, please make your decision educatedly. And we will see you guys all Thursday for the I'm No Joe podcast. That is all we've got for this particular episode. So remember, until next time, folks, don't let ignorance stop you. You can root for anything, unless you think that being a human and getting between dogs that are fighting is going to make them stop.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made